Well, hello, 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 everyone. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing fabulous. All right. We're going to get some work done today. So last week, or not last week, I should say last stream, right? The last stream, we were working on the course proposal to update my Introduction to Prism course on Pluralsight. So now, I'm just going to review that course proposal with you all because after the stream, of course, we didn't finish the course proposal during the stream. So after the stream, I found some time and I finished it on my own. But I just kind of want to go over it with everyone so you can see the process, right? You can see the process of what it takes to just create a course proposal. If you're thinking of becoming a Pluralsight author, if you're just curious what Pluralsight authors have to go through to create courses, this is the stream for you. We're going to be doing this every stream until this course is complete because there's a lot of work to do. It takes a lot of work. So I will go through that course proposal very briefly. And then I was thinking maybe today, although I haven't been approved yet, I was thinking today we could start working on some slides, and depending on how far we get on the slides, we'd start knocking out some demos. However, we probably won't get to the demos because slides actually take a while to create. But I do have a number of slides that I'm just going to try to reuse some content I've created before. I'm going to try to reuse that and copy and paste and all that good stuff, right? So let me see here. Yeah, I think we could do that. All right, so let me just start by hopping into the course proposal, right? So let me just hop into that real quick. I opened it up over here. And so this is what we were working on Tuesday. We started working on this course proposal. The title of the course we are updating is Introduction to Prism. However, I want to see if they'll let me rename the course to Introduction to Prism for WPF. And that's because I'm currently under contract for a Xamarin Forms course that's way overdue. But I'm so glad I didn't finish that one on time because we've made so many changes. It would have been obsolete the second I posted it, right? So things have stabilized. Not a lot of APIs can be changing now. So now it's a safe time to record that Xamarin Forms course. But I got to focus on this course first, right? Finish this one. Then I'll move on to the next one. But because there's that other platform, that Xamarin Forms platform, I want to see if we could just add the 4 WPF there, right? Just to make it more clear when people are searching. Of course, we have our author. This is a level beginner. And I estimated this to be about 4 hours long. So if we take a look at the current course, we'll see that this is 4 hours and 7 minutes. So it's going to be about the same length. Now, the content team has always kind of already told me, like, you know, Brian, we want to try to keep these courses to 3 hours. But I'm like, it is what it is, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how long it takes to get to the content. And this is going fast. Like, I'm not even getting into, like, the nitty-gritty details, right? This is, like, going through the concepts very quickly, and it's still going to take this long. Oh, you can't see. Sorry. And let me just... there we go. I got to have that lean back song. Right there, 4 hours. Course duration, 4 hours. There we go. That's what I was trying to point out. Let me raise it up. There we go. So we're going to be about the same length for the course. However, I'm removing content, but I'm also adding new content, right? So I'm replacing old with new. Okay. Let me get back to my proposal here. You know, we went over the audience profile, which of course .NET developers who are building WPF applications, but want to use a framework for testable, maintainable, extensible MVVM applications. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. That's what we're going to build. We created the abstract, which all I did for the abstract, you know what, I need to start using more shortcuts. I just copied the description out of this one. Copied, pasted it, removed the Silverlight stuff, removed the Windows Phone stuff. Windows Phone. God. Who remembers those days? You know? Those days were awesome, weren't they? Did anybody have a Windows Phone? I did. I had a Windows Phone. Alan! Yes, pretty decent platform. Actually, besides BlackBerry, I had a BlackBerry. And then I got to Windows Phone. And since then, I only had a Windows Phone until Windows Phone died. I loved Windows Phone. It was a good phone. It was a good platform, and I could write apps for it easily, and I liked it. And funny enough, my dad really liked it because of the big icons. You know, he's old and couldn't really see very well, so I had like the real big tiles that he could see what was going on. Alas, Windows Phone is dead, so we don't need to talk about that anymore. One of the many platforms that Microsoft has killed, right? Okay. So I just copied that abstract into there. Prerequisites. This is kind of what I'm assuming that the viewer has to understand before they even start getting into this course. Obviously, you need to know how to develop WPF applications. You should be experienced in XAML, C#, Visual Studio. Know the MVVM pattern, and it would be great if you understood dependency injection because we don't really cover dependency injection in this course at all. So I think that's a good prerequisite. Harrison, my friend, there was a guy at the XAMPP Dev Summit who was still using, oh my God, still using a Windows Phone? Holy cow, that is impressive. All of my Windows Phones are in a drawer. My, I don't even, you know, everyone has that drawer in their closet where all the dead technology goes to rot and collect dust. So I have all my old school devices in there. I have the very first Surface that was released and given away to all the attendees at Build. I don't know if you remember that, but I think it was a Samsung. It was a Surface Pro. Although I don't think they called it Pro back then. I think it was just called the Surface. But yeah, I still have that original Samsung device. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Okay. Relationship to existing course. Yeah, existing course. This is the existing course. We're trying to update an existing course. So, and then we talked about the platform and tool versions we're going to be using. Obviously, I'm going to be in Visual Studio 2019, Prism 7.2. And by the time this is actually released, because this is going to take a couple months to actually complete, especially since I have a lot of travel coming up. So that's going to really interfere with my ability to produce content. I'll be using C# 8 features. C# 8. I just say C#, doesn't really matter. I probably won't be using a ton of C# 8 features per se, but C#. And then Tuesday, you all said you wanted to see .NET Core samples. So all the samples that we use in this course will be .NET Core. We will not be using the .NET Framework. And of course, we'll be using .NET 3.1. So on Tuesday, you all were helping me kind of plan out this new table of contents, right? So if we go back to the course here, we see table of contents. This is on the Pluralsight page. We can see how we have, getting started, Bootstrapper and Shell, which Bootstrapper doesn't exist anymore. Regions, modules, right? This is the table of contents. Well, we've changed it quite a bit, right? We have a course introduction. We have creating your first application, right? Your first Prism application. We have understanding regions. Then we jump into modules. Then we do view composition. Then we hop into the view model locator. Followed by commanding. This is the delete command, composite command. Event aggregation, right? And then region navigation. And then lastly, showing dialogues. So we're going to have 11 modules. Well, 10 actually, because if we scroll all the way back to the top, this first one isn't really a module. It's like a marketing sting video. It's like 60 to 90 seconds long. right? So this doesn't count. So there's 10 modules compared to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 modules. So I'm actually adding 2. Well, technically I'm adding 3 because the state-based navigation I removed, but I replaced it with a different module. So I'm adding 3 new modules and then updating the content for every single one of these modules. So yeah, it's a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work. So us as Pluralsight authors, a part of these proposals is we really have to think about what we're going to be talking about and presenting in each module, right? So we have a course. The course is the title up here, Introduction to Prism. This is the title of the course overall. And then that course is broken up into smaller modules. And these, like, 2, this is number 2, course introduction. This is the title of the module itself. And then we have to provide a time for how long we think this module is going to be. Now, so for each module, we have to provide an objective for the module. What are they going to learn? What are we going to talk about, right? So in this scenario, we're talking about, what Prism is, its major features, where to find it, how to install it, and the helpful Visual Studio plugins, right? So what happens is, what we provide here, it does a couple of things. One, it helps me as an author really think out how I'm going to structure the course and the content I'm going to present. It kind of gives me a better idea of how it's going to flow, what slides I need to create, what samples I need to create, right? Things like that. Now, each bullet point under concepts, you can think of as a clip. Okay, so to give you a better example, I'm going to actually bring up my Xamarin Forms course that I was working on before it got outdated. And so each section, right, is a clip. Each video is a clip. Now, each one of these videos maps to one of these clips here. So for example, this introduction clip, 41 seconds long, that's going to map, to this clip here. You see that? This one is 1 minute and 34 seconds, but this is the introduction clip. Then you have this What is Prism clip. That would map to the second clip, right? So for each heading that you see in a table of contents, that's going to match up with an individually edited clip, video file. Okay, so that's kind of how this works when you're looking at a Pluralsight course. For every single topic under a module, this represents an individual video that we have to record and edit, do all the audio stuff and everything, and export it into a proper MP4 file. Okay, so it's a lot of work. For every single one of those, you have to create a separate video. Okay, so now back to our proposal here. Nut punch! Ooh! Never heard that one before, have you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so we were briefly, last Tuesday, we were briefly kind of stubbing these out. And so for each clip, right, so for each video clip we're going to record, for example, I'm going to record a clip for What is Prism. I have to provide a description of what I'm going to talk about. Like, what is this clip going to do, right? What are we going to do in this clip? So you can kind of get an idea. We're talking about the benefits, how to get it on GitHub. I'll provide a description. Yeah, I'm going to tell viewers how to download a Prism source code from the GitHub repo, where the samples are, documentation, and how to submit issues, right? So that's what I plan on talking about in this specific video clip. So when I go to start creating the slides, I'm going to use this description that I provided to help me kind of think of those slides I'm going to create. And you're going to help me create these slides together. Okay. And so I went through, and for every module that we decided last Tuesday, I went ahead and I decided, I kind of stubbed out the clips, including demos. Like, this is a demo, right? So here's concepts, Bootstrapper versus Prism application. Right? I'm not 100% sure about this. Actually, this will probably change when I go to record. I do want to mention the bootstrapper, but it's not the approved way anymore. We want to always use a Prism application. So, you know, this is a guideline that I'm going to use, but it can change real time. As I'm recording, something might happen, right? But, you know, we're going to talk about the Prism application class, creating a Prism app, and then we're going to do a demo. We're going to talk about the initialization process, what a shell is, then we're going to do a demo, right? What are we going to do in that demo? You get the idea. And so I went ahead and filled that out for every single one of these clips. Like, this alone took hours and hours of work. Hours and hours. We worked on this together Tuesday for 2 hours. I wasn't even close to being done, right? I mean, it takes a really, really long time just for the course proposal. Oh, I forgot the... Oh. Whoops. See, and I forgot something. We got to fill that out. Because I did submit this to Pluralsight for review, and I totally missed this. Okay, hold on. I got to fill this out. So what is the purpose of this module? We're going to be navigating your application with region navigation. This module introduces the concept of region navigation. It is the primary and recommended way to perform navigation from with. Perform navigation. What do I want to say here? So this module introduces the concept of region navigation as the primary and recommended way to perform navigation in a Prism application. This module will focus on the core concepts of navigation, including performing navigation, right? We're gonna participating in the navigation process, confirming. Let's see, confirming and whoops. I would say confirming / canceling navigation, and passing parameters to name a few. And I'll fix my typos because I can't spell when I type. Okay. I'll have to resubmit this. But this one, actually, this module was a lot. I mean, there's a lot to this one. Passing parameters, confirming, canceling navigation, demos. Oh, the navigation journal. Yeah, this is the biggest one. And I told them it's only going to take 45 minutes. But I think it's going to take longer than that, especially considering that the current navigation is 52 minutes, 41 seconds. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be closer to an hour. But they really hate modules that are that long, and they already asked me if I could split it up. Like, I can't, how am I going to split this up? Right? These are all the, like, core concepts of navigation. View model, I'm trying to think of where I could split this up. I mean, I'm not sure. Alan, basic versus advanced. But yeah, but nothing's really advanced. This is all basic stuff. And my dog is barking to be let in the house. You know what? I need a be right back screen that has me walking to the door letting my dog out. But in this case, I need to let my dog in. I'll be right back. Okay, she's in the house. So Alan says everything is advanced in OSS. Well, then I would only have an advanced module, right? Harrison, well, that answers the illegitimate question of who let the dogs out. It was me. I did it. But you know what? To be fair, I let the dogs back in too, right? I'll let the dogs out, let them back in. So yeah, honestly, looking at this, the real Brian Lagunas. Hello, my friend. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so looking at this list, I'm not sure how I would split this up, because if we think about navigation, we have to discuss the basic region navigation behavior in general, right? Gotta happen. We gotta have a demo for that. You have to be able to, you know, participate, like navigated to, navigated from, right? You gotta have that. Existing views. I mean, that might be considered a little advanced. Why are you frozen, bro? I'm not frozen. Am I frozen for anyone else? Because I'm not frozen. Hold on, let me check. Let me check my website here. No, I'm not frozen. Try doing a refresh. Okay, now I'm moving. Good, good, good. So Alan's like, maybe split after passing parameters. Well, here's the thing. So this eye navigation aware. So this demo, or this topic, is about the eye navigation aware interface, which has on navigated from, on navigated to, and what's called is navigation target. Now, of those three methods, the is navigation target is used to control if you're navigating to an existing view. So this topic may be able to split out. I mean, if you're thinking like basic versus advanced, this is a little more advanced, right? Just a little, not too much. Passing parameters, confirming or canceling navigation. Okay, the navigation journal is can definitely be split out with something else, like existing views, maybe. You know, passing parameters is kind of a Harrison, what is the navigation journal? Oh, okay, great question. So the navigation journal is a built-in navigation stack that allows you to call methods like go forward, go back, can go forward, can go back, right? It keeps track of the navigation history for things like breadcrumbs and behaviors like that, right? So Prism for WPF has its own navigation stack that it tracks and allows you to navigate using go back, go forward if you would like. However, I don't use this, actually. In most of my applications, I don't use this. It's a very niche behavior, right? You only use it in a very specific use case. So this could probably definitely go in a module. Passing parameters is super common. This should be in the core basic, right? This should definitely be in the basic stuff. Navigation to existing views could probably be pulled out along with navigation journal. Okay. Hold on. Let's do this. I'm glad you guys are helping me with this, actually. I really appreciate this. Let me zoom this. Okay, so right now, can I do this? Yeah. Okay, so we definitely have to have basic nav. We gotta have that. View/VM participation. Gotta have that. That's basic stuff. So basic stuff, right? Ahmet, hello, my friend. Thanks for joining. So gotta have that. Passing parameters, that's core. We have to have that as well. So instead of basic, I'll say core. Maybe core makes more sense. I don't know. We'll think about it. Okay, so that looks okay there. What can be pulled out is existing views, navigating to existing views. So this is more, I wouldn't say advanced, but Maybe edge case? Not even edge case. That's something else. Right? I don't know what it is, but it's something else. So existing views. Navigation journal. Right? That's definitely... These two could be something else. I don't know what it would be called. What about confirming, canceling navigation? That could be something else too, actually. Whoops. And the reason I say that is because confirming and canceling navigation is a separate interface. It is not part of the iNavigation Aware interface. But is navigation target is, and that is part of navigate to existing views. Ugh. Oh my gosh. It's almost like, I don't know, I'm not sure how I want to do this. And I was, you know, the current structure of this, it kind of goes logically in order as well. Right, first you implement the iNavigation Aware interface, right? And then we talk about, actually, iRegion member lifetime doesn't have to be inside of view model participation. This could actually be pulled out as well. Why can't region navigation be put in the something else bucket? Because this is the mod. This is what it's all about. Like, if I split this out into two modules, this is region navigation part 1, region navigation part 2. This has everything to do with region navigation, every bit of it. However, looking at this view and view model participation, this might be able to be its own thing. Maybe, yeah. So region, like, this controls the view lifecycle. But as I was saying, the way I have it now is it's kind of logically in order. You would create your view model. You would implement iNavigation Aware. Part of iNavigation Aware is the navigation target, and that controls navigate to existing views. But yeah. Okay. It's okay if this comes out though, because I could always say we'll talk about this one later on in the course, and then focus on navigated to and on navigated from and parameters. So maybe this is how I do it. We talk about basic navigation, you know, calling request navigate and things like that, handling the callbacks. We talk about implementing iNavigation Aware for view and view model participation, and then we talk about passing parameters. Then we do another module. So this is navigating your application with region navigation. Well, we would need another module here. Can I insert? Come on. How do I insert another? Insert rows below? Nope. Nope. Wait, maybe? Yes, I think that did it. This would be 11. This would be 12. I'm going to copy this. Actually, I'm going to copy all this and then I'll edit it out. Copy, paste. Oh, man. I'm going to do that. Okay. All right. So, I don't know the title of this yet. But let's say we don't do basic nav, we don't do that demo, we don't do participating in navigation. So we get rid of that. We don't do passing parameters. Navigation journal. Okay, got that. Okay. And then that means we remove navigation journal, confirming, canceling from here. Right? We keep passing parameters. We eliminate navigating to existing views. Whoops. Okay, and I think I should remove this as well. That should move out. That should be its own little thing. So let's implement the iNavigation Layer interface to respond to navigation events such as unnavigated from and unnavigated to. So this would definitely not be 45 minutes anymore. I could say 30. Actually, maybe not even that long. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, so in this module, we're not including performing navigation, participation navigation process, and passing parameters. Okay. So navigating your application with region navigation. Okay, now this, what should we title this one? Because this is all about, you know, man, what is this about? This is about navigating to existing views, confirming and canceling navigation, using the navigation journal, controlling the view lifecycle. Something to do with region navigation. Something to do. What about controlling region navigation? Right? Controlling the region navigation process? What would be a good title for something like this? Like, so in the first one, in this module, we're talking about just navigation. How do you do navigation, right? How do you pass parameters? You know, how do you on-navigate to, on-navigate from? How do you do that stuff? The basic region navigation. This is more like, okay, how do we navigate to existing views? How do we navigate to new views? How do we confirm or cancel navigation? How do we use the navigation journal? How do we control the view lifecycle? This will probably be 30 minutes as well. Oh my gosh. Controlling the region navigation process? Extending region nav? No, not extending. Oh, Alan. I love it. I love it, Alan. Getting more out of your navigation. I love it. Thank you, Alan. That is great. What does this say? How come I have an underline? That's weird. Okay. I love it. We're going with that. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Okay. That problem is solved. I'm going to have to resubmit this. Oh, but I need a... Okay. This module expands on the concept of region navigation. It will... Not core concepts. It will demonstrate more advanced concepts, maybe more advanced concepts of navigation, including Navigating to existing views. Nope, not that one. Confirming, canceling navigation. Not this. Confirming, canceling. Using the navigation journal. Why did I capitalize that? I don't know. Navigation. Ugh. To control the navigation stack. And how to control the life cycle of a view during navigation. Basically, we can tell it, do we want the view destroyed, released out of memory, or do we want to keep it around in memory just in case? And then 30 minutes. Okay. I think that's better. I think that is much better. Ship it. It's shipped. Thank you for the help on that one. I was really struggling with that. And it's going to make Pluralsight happy because they hate having any module longer than 30 minutes. Okay. And then showing dialogues was the last one, which is pretty straightforward. Pretty easy. Oh, but I did misspell that. Dialogue. Okay. Cool. So let's do this. I saved that. I have it. Where do I have that? I have it here. So I'm actually going to email it real quick. Where's Kim? Here we go. So I got to tell my my contact at Pluralsight, Kim. I got to tell her, hey, I found a way to split out the larger navigation module into two smaller modules with the help of my community. Okay. Please see the attached proposal. And we'll drag this over and send. Perfect. That was shipped. We sent it. Super excited about that. Okay. So, let me bring up my website here. Okay, so now the process, what happens is that proposal was just sent to the content team. The content team is then going to look over that proposal, look at all my edits, my descriptions, my times on my my clip times, right? And then it might take some time, but they'll come back to me and say yes, or we have some recommendations, and then I would make some changes. However, I'm going to go ahead and start working on some slides now, because I'm pretty confident that's going to be close enough to where any changes I have to make are going to be minor to any slides or anything like that. And actually, I got to bring my proposal back up. Boop. Let's see. And this first module doesn't have any demos, so we won't have to create any demos for this one. But I need to reference this. And I think it's pretty close to what I already have. So we need to create some slide decks. So that means I need to do a little bit of work. Where is it? Okay, so I need to download the new PowerPoint template and the Keynote template from the downloads page. Okay, so the cool thing about Pluralsight is they give you a ton of resources to help you create your slides. They give you the slide template. They give you icons and animations. They give you fonts. All kinds of great stuff. So, okay, what we have to do is, where do we download? Oh, there's the font, Gotham and Roboto Mono. I think I already have those installed actually, but I need the new. Let's go to the downloads page. I already have that. I need this. I need this. So I'm going to download this template. I'm going to make sure I have all the icons and stuff that I need. And yes, I can only use this for Pluralsight content. Use of this materials and other personal or professional capabilities is prohibited. Gotcha. Okay, so this has been downloaded. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do the good old... Don't forget, anytime you download a zip file on a Windows machine, you have to unblock it. Right-click Properties, Unblock. This is especially important if you're downloading source code, because then your projects won't compile properly. Okay, so... Okay, so here's the template. I'm going to copy this somewhere I can keep it. I'll keep it in here for now. And so... Oh, it's still going. Oh, wow. Hold on. Never mind. Where's my... I didn't realize it was still unzipping. Let's go back to my downloads. This is still unzipping. I still have my progress bar right here. Look at this. Got a little ahead of myself. So I should probably delete that file because I'm not sure what else is required for it. I'll come back to it. Delete everywhere. Ah, this is fun. Watching status bars, right? Progress bars. So, I went to the gym yesterday, and yesterday was arm day, but unfortunately, last week I must have done something to my bicep and strained it. I don't know, but it really freaking hurts. So I couldn't really lift anything yesterday. I just focused on my triceps, but yeah, my bicep really hurts. But the funny thing is like, I didn't feel it. I didn't like feel an injury happen like during lifting. When I was curling or anything. But after the words, it's like, oh my God, that freaking hurts. Like I can't even hold something out in front of me like this. Like, it's pretty painful. So I've been letting that heal. Good times. Could just be because I'm old. And my muscles I can't push them as hard as I used to. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably just an old thing. Age. My age is slowing my recovery. Maybe I shouldn't lift so hard anymore. I gotta stop curling 50-pound dumbbells and drop down to something lighter. Take it a little easy in my old age. Come on, 70%. Anyone else watching go to the gym very often? Just curious. I go Monday through Friday. Every day, except I don't work out on weekends. That's my rule. I have a no weekend workout rule. But I do work out Monday through Friday, and I work out with my wife. So my wife is pretty jacked as well. Ooh, man, she'd kick my ass. She's pretty ripped. It's pretty impressive. She says she doesn't want to compete. But I'll tell you what. If she wanted to compete, she's not far from it. I'll tell you that. She's an impressive specimen. She's a lot more dedicated on her diet than I am, though. Like, I am not very, I don't watch my diet at all. I eat whatever I want. Okay, so what do we have here? We have our fonts. Okay, so first, install fonts. Ooh, look at all, okay. Hosini! Thanks for the follow. I think if I... Wait. What is... Fonts folder. Nope, that's not it. Is it font settings? Let's open font settings. Add font. Okay, this is what I want. I want to add those fonts. Okay, so I'm going to add all of these. OTF. I don't know what OTF is. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, or I could right click it and... I didn't know I could do that. Oh, look at that! What the heck is this? I got... Okay. Right click. How come I can't install these? What's going on? This is weird. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, Dan, hey! Thanks for joining. What are you working on? I am working on my Pluralsight course. So right now, I just downloaded the Pluralsight templates, the icons, and the PowerPoint template, and fonts. And I am installing them. And I'm just gonna make... Yeah, I don't know what these are. Richie says those are the installed fonts. I installed all these. Open the font book application. Command spacebar font. Oh, that's on Mac. Unzip the folder. Copy all the typefaces for folder. Navigate to the fonts in the windows. Shortcut. Click. Oh! Gotcha. That was a shortcut. This is a shortcut to my fonts folder. Okay. I got it, Alan. I understand. Okay. Okay, so now we have a PowerPoint template, which I'm going to copy this out, and I'm going to put it in a new new location. How about here? You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to create a new folder. I'll call it Pluralsight. And let's just do this. What? Okay, there. Now I copied it all. So you couldn't figure it out from the shortcut icon. No, Dan, I couldn't. I'm very oblivious to that. I'm the guy who goes into the pantry looking for something. I look for 15 minutes. I don't see it. I go tell my wife, we don't have it! And then she walks in there and just takes it right off the front shelf because it's right in front of me. Yeah. Okay. So let's check out this PowerPoint template. I want to see what we have here. Ooh, okay. This is pretty. This is definitely newer than what I've used in the past. Okay. This is a lot of information. Yeah, Alan's... Yeah. He's gonna troll you later, Dan. Careful. I will, too. I'm waiting for my moment. And it's easy to troll Dan. Especially because he doesn't monitor chat very well. So I can just talk major shit before he actually sees it. Dan, I'm that guy, except I don't have the wife. So I just end up going to the store and buying it again. Only to find it when I get back to the store. That sucks. You have like 6 bottles of barbecue sauce. And they're all opened. Okay. There's actually a lot of information to this. This is pretty crazy. Oh my gosh. This is a little too much. Like, why do you make it so complicated? Oh, I think this first part is just talking about the features, embellishments, limit embellishments, and Photoshop overlays. Okay. Well, you could give Pluralsight credit for giving you tons of information. That is for sure. Okay, so it looks like these are some examples, maybe? Maybe? Chef Brent! My friend! Good to see you. You have caught me in the middle of creating a Pluralsight course. And I am checking out Pluralsight's new slide deck, their template. And so I'm trying to figure out how to use this stupid thing. Morph transition slide? Is this course free? No, this course will not be free. However, since I am doing this course during stream, like I'm doing the entire course live, as long as you watch my streams, you'll see it. It will be all polished like it will be when it's actually, you know, recorded and edited and all the audio's fixed and all that great stuff. But you'll see me create all the slides. We'll talk about all the concepts. We'll create all the samples, you know, all the demos, all that stuff. So all that's going to happen live on stream. And I'll even get to answer some questions that we'll run into by creating it. Okay, this is, okay, course title, module title, section heading, okay. Title slide, what? Headshot specifications. Do's and don'ts. Okay, these are instructions. Okay, the black ones are instructions. Right? Does it tell me how this is used anywhere? So we got the icon, we got the fonts, course assets, callouts, characters, logos, forms, trivia questions. Let me download these course assets as well. Icon search? What is this? Man, this is so much. Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool. So I could search for an icon. Okay, what happens if I get an icon like email? Do I click on it? Right click? Probably save image as? Yeah. Oh, wait, into the... I think that's how I'd get it. This is pretty cool. Holy crap, man. I am lost in content. This is just too much. And it takes you everywhere. Am I right? Like... This is a lot to try to take in just to get started. Downloads. I think I'm just... I don't know. I think I'm getting lost in the weeds. Using the slide template videos. Apply title case to all... What is this? This takes us somewhere else. Oh, this is a converter. Okay, let's say... Let's give him one. Let's see what happens. I want to give him the one I just wrote. Nope, not that one. What about this one? Can generate. Oh, we have to lowercase the out. Okay. Well, that's kind of neat that they could do that. Okay, I'm not there yet, though. I just want to start creating a slide deck. Create all slides for the module you're currently working on. Review the slides and submit them to production in your editor. When the review is finished, access and use the updated slides provided in production editor. Yeah, English is fun. So it looks like I have to create the slides and submit them for review first. And then once my production editor says they're good to go, then I can record. Oh my god, this is going to take forever. That's going to take for freaking ever. Okay. Using slide template videos. I don't want to watch a 4-minute video. Okay. I guess we will.
Welcome to our series of videos on...
You probably can't hear that because I have my...
Pluralsight author deck. This is the Pluralsight.
Let me pause that.
Deck. We have built it with a lot of versatility so that authors...
I don't know if you can hear this because I have my desktop
layouts,
audio turned down.
Colors and icons. A lot of care was put into the new deck to help authors easily and effectively create high quality. Any slide with a black background has instructions on how best to use.
Okay, black slides, those were instructions.
To be used in the actual presentation.
Got it.
I would strongly encourage authors to read through all of these slides, as well as play with the example slides in both slideshow and colors or icons already built into the slide. Blank slide. You'd be.
Hold on.
For example, if we go up to home, corresponding layout slides will not have by default.
Okay, Jabba says he can hear it. Awesome.
For example, if we go up to home and do a new slide, we can insert a new blank slide. You'd be able to change everything from the color, text, or title on your own. And remember to use the theme colors because they're already built-in Pluralsight themed colors.
Okay.
From scratch. Feel free to highlight all slides and delete them. I would recommend that you save this new slide deck as a new file.
Oh, okay, that's what they want me to do. So let's do that. I have this slide open, so I'm going to go File. We'll save as... where am I going to put this? Let's go to my Dropbox here, and I'm just going to say module. I'll say introduction for now, even though that's not what it's going to be called. Intro slide. Okay, so that's saved. Then they said select all, delete. Save it. So Alan says, it sounds like one of those old text-to-speech engines like Stephen Hawking is reading. I could turn the volume up if I need to. Let's see.
So reference the original.
Okay.
By opening the home menu and going to New Slide. You'll see over 20 layouts built into the master of the slide deck. If you click on one, Overview Summary for example, you will get a new blank slide that is instantly ready for you to fill with your content.
Perfect.
This example slide is there to show you exactly play an animated. Talk to your editor or see our short video on dealing with built-in animations.
Okay.
In case you want to use it for summary or overview.
Okay.
If you have subpoints, such as I do here with the interface, simply hit list item. Demo slide is also notice the Pluralsight logo watermark in the bottom right-hand corner of every presentation. It will not be on the slide. And you no longer need to worry about adding it in post-production.
Cool.
Between the slides. In PowerPoint, we highly recommend that you keep these off. It can make editing a lot trickier to edit around transitions if a change needs to be made after recording, and many of the PowerPoint transitions just come off as tacky. While a simple cut to the next one usually looks a lot of great
I think we're good.
tricks that can beginning to use any of
Death Knight.
Please reach
Hello.
out. Thanks and happy recording.
Thanks for joining. You've just joined us. We are about to start creating our very first slide deck for our first module. And there is a ton of information in here. It's ridiculous. Okay, so we're going to create a new slide. And this is going to be... Is this a title slide? What is this? Up next, I think it's a title slide. Course module title. Okay, so if we open up... What did I call the very first module we are doing? Course Introduction. I can call it that. One thing I did notice is you need to update your Pluralsight photo. Yes! I have sent them photo after photo, but they haven't updated it at all. It's crazy. I don't know if I'm going to call this Course Introduction. Actually, I don't know if I want to do that, right? Maybe I should say, right? This is a Prism 4 photo, and we are using Prism 7.2. Yes, we will, I will update that. Author... What do you mean author title? I don't have a title. But I do... Oh, what do they want here? They want author and then my website. Okay, so I'll go at Brian Lagunas space, http, whackety-whack, RyanLagunas.com. And then a photo. How long have you been sending them photos? I've been telling you the same thing since I first started pestering you back in Prism 6 days. Hey, I've sent them photos, okay? Death Knight. One serious suggestion, and I don't know how well Pluralsight works with that, but always find learning better when you have exercises like here is your code, and then you have to implement something to show you learned it. Yeah, I don't... Pluralsight, this is more of a I show, I do. And then I know on the recording, you can actually... like slow it down to follow along, and we ship the demos before demo and the after demo, which I will have to create. We'll create that together. But let's do this getting started with Prism. Actually, this is the very first. Actually, I'm curious if we have to do this. Introduction to Prism for WPF. Getting started with Prism. I wonder if we have to do that. And then do I have a photo? I don't know if I have a photo. Okay, let me view these. I'm not sure. Oh, not extra large. No. I mean, this might work. I could do my... There, that's better. Yeah, Death Knight. I think that's what it is. I'm not photogenic enough. That's all it is. Let me start my music back up. By the way, that fix you mentioned for the modularity test works. Perfect. Good to hear, Death Knight. Okay, author title in all caps. I have no idea what my title is. Should I just put the company I work for? Infragistics? You know what? What did I do? Hold on. Death Knight. I'm trying to basically go through the code and do some comments for more learning, but maybe it'll be worth the PR so you can reject it on one of your later Twitch streams. Sounds good! Dan and I are very picky when it comes to PRs. Actually... we'll do Prism. I have an advanced loading dependent views. I'm just going to look at this real quick. Ah, okay. Oh my god, this is old. Windows Development MVP. Holy crap, that's old. Okay, but I can kind of see I did the name. Look, my picture's updated there. Okay. What'd I do? Yeah. I'll do Infragistics and then Microsoft MVP. Didn't you lose that? You're just developer technologies or whatever BS. Yeah, I don't know what... I don't think they do that anymore. They've made so many changes to the MVP program. I'm actually an MVP twice over. I'm an MVP in 2 different categories, and I don't remember what they are, honestly. But yeah, I'm an MVP in 2 categories. Infragistics. I don't even know what I am in Infragistics. No. I don't know what I need to do. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, Death Knight. On a more serious note, I've watched a few of yours as well as Dan's streams and have learned about MVVM stuff. So I do enjoy the streams and group of regulars who tune in. Awesome, Death Knight. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us. I know I really appreciate it. I know Dan appreciates it as well. Dan, but you need to figure out why you want to be an MVP. That is true. So that's an inside joke. For those of you who aren't familiar with the MVP process, it's actually become quite ridiculous. What happens is now, so existing MVPs such as myself and Dan, they ask us these questions like, why do you want to be an MVP? And like, there's like a list of questions we have to, it's now more like, I don't know how to put it. Like we have to beg for the award. Like back when I was awarded, it was an award. Like, hey, we recognize all the hard work that you're putting into your community, and we just want to recognize that hard work, and here's an MVP. But now it's more like, well, why should you be one? You have to convince us. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's not, doesn't make it fun to get your MVP when you have to like practically beg for it. I personally, I don't care either way. It's great. I think the best part about it is I get to see all my friends once a year at the MVP Summit. It's the best part, honestly. Detonated! Hey! Death Knight Envy is easily, but like most things, the problem is with the P. Yeah. Yeah, Dan, the beer with friends. So Harrison, do you apply or get nominated to be one? How does it work to become one? So to become an MVP, you have to be nominated by another MVP, right? So that's how the process starts. Then you have to prove that you've done enough community work that warrants the MVP process. And they have these lists and things that they check for, like how many blog posts or videos or talks or open source projects or whatever, right? And they quantify that, and they try to use that to see if you're worthy of the MVP. Alan, did you do your 300 blog posts? Did you enter everything in the portal? Oh my God, I forgot about the portal. Yes, Dan is correct. You have to be nominated by an existing Microsoft MVP or employee. And then detonated. How did the first MVP become one then? Like the chicken and the egg problem. Well, the MVP program is much different now than it used to be. Back in the day, you could actually nominate yourself. You can actually just say, hey, I want to be an MVP. And then today, as Dan even pointed out, with the Dan. Oh no, Alan just pointed out. You have to enter into a form on the MVP website every single activity that you do. Oh yeah, I wrote blog posts. I did this video. I did that video. I did this podcast. I did this talk. I did that talk. I did this user group. I run that user group. I had this open source program. I attended this meeting. I went to that meeting. I went to this event. You know, it's like, it's pretty ridiculous. Harrison, is it worth it? So for some people it is. Because depending on who you are and, you know, your situation, it differs. Like for me, I personally don't get a lot out of it. Because, you know, I work for a great company that gives me all the software I need. One of the benefits of being an MVP is you get free software. You get free Visual Studio, right? You get some free Office stuff, I think. Yeah, you get free Office. I mean, you get everything Microsoft basically creates, you get for free. No matter what it is. You get licenses for it for free. Okay? You know, but that doesn't benefit me a ton because I already get the software that I want for free anyways. However, if you don't work for a great company like me and it's harder to come by software, that's one of the benefits is you get free software, right? And so Dan is saying, you do not have to enter every Twitch stream, YouTube. You just have to give them your online IDs and they'll check. Yeah. Yeah, you went Windows 3.1. You can download that and get a license for it. Yeah. Basically, anything Microsoft ever created, you have a portal where you can go and download, install it, and get keys for it. And I think you get, depending on what it is, you get up to five keys. But, you know, some other aspects of it is you get on mailing lists where you can connect directly to the engineering teams that are writing the products. You get to attend the yearly Microsoft MVP Summit, right? So basically, I think there's about 3,000 MVPs worldwide. And once a year, we all meet in Bellevue for an entire week. And Microsoft will basically present to us the stuff they're currently working on before anyone else hears about it. So that gives us time to start playing with early release software, stuff any normal person, non-MVP I should say, would never see or even know about. We hear all the code names, we saw all the alpha bits, the beta bits, we play with it. But having said that, now that Microsoft has been doing a lot of their development in the open, there isn't a ton of like that secret sauce for them to talk to us about, right? Everything's kind of done in the open. Dan detonated MVP. Dan, are you an MVP? Yes, Dan is a Microsoft MVP. And Dan's like, honestly, it's the connection with the engineering teams and PMs that make being an MVP worthwhile more than anything else. Yes, it is. So that's very valuable if you're the type of person who cares about driving the direction of Microsoft products. Okay? If you want to have a say, like a real influence on what a Microsoft product is or will become, then an MVP is a great way to do that. They listen to our feedback. They take us seriously. They get us in these rooms. They do all kinds of polls and questions, and they give us access to software to try out and provide feedback. Some think of that as free labor. Some people think MVP is, oh yeah, you're going to go out, you're going to evangelize Microsoft products for free. Well, the great thing about being an MVP is you don't necessarily have to talk good about them. It's your honest opinion. It's your honest feedback. And Microsoft really appreciates that. You know, from my experience, they don't want a bunch of yes people, right? Where they just agree with everything they do. Like, I'm very critical of a lot of things Microsoft does. However, I like a lot of things that they're doing as well. But they always listen to my critical feedback with open ears. And, you know, you got to give them a lot of respect for that. Yes, just as Dan says, they hate yes people. They want honest feedback. And as an MVP, you are not an employee of Microsoft. You do not get paid by Microsoft. Even the MVP Summit, you have to pay your own way. You have to pay your travel. If you don't have a roommate, you have to pay your own hotel room. Like, if you do have a roommate, they do comp your hotel. And actually, at the MVP Summit this year, Dan and I are roommates, so we get a free hotel room. Anyways. Okay, I gotta get back to these slides. I gotta get slides, man. I got work to do. I have work to do. Okay. Yeah, Alan Ritchie, half the hotel. Yes, if you're going by yourself, you only pay half the hotel. But that's freaking expensive. Well, depending on the hotel you're staying at, it's expensive. Bellevue is, Seattle. Well, it's Bellevue. We're staying in Bellevue. Bellevue's pretty expensive. Who's gonna outsnore the other? Dan. Actually, Dan, I think you're going to outsnore me. I snore a little bit, but I think you're going to have me. For sure. Okay, now, I have what is Prism, benefits. Okay, so let's think about this. I am going to open up... Where did I put that? Alan's high maintenance. I think Dan's pretty high maintenance, too. I'm going to open up those slide decks. I'm just trying to remember where they are. I had them the other day. Oh, here they are. I'm going to try to reuse as much as possible from this. Okay, that's not going to work. What is Prism? That could work. Alan, Dan will be getting his own room after the first night. Dan, I was going to this year, but Brian was like, Dan, can you please be my roommate? Yeah, because I don't want to pay for a freaking hotel room, man. It's free. And and because of all the parties, like, really, we're only in that room for like 5 to 6 hours before we have to get up at 6 a.m. to get breakfast and go to the MVP Summit. But you're up all night anyways. Like, we're barely in the room, so why have to pay for it, right? Okay, so we're gonna start with this. Actually, I know what slide I want to open up next. What did I do for my Xamarin Forms? No, I didn't want to. So to summarize this, nope, slides. Here we go. Here we go. What is Prism? Oh, here we go. I'll copy this. Look at that. Copy and paste, baby. Beautiful. I called it agenda. Oh, I wonder if I can take most of this stuff as is. Does this? I'm just curious. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. Can I just copy and paste this? And then I'll edit it. Copy slides. Okay, so I have this. Open source. Got it. You know what? I'm removing this logging crap. Okay, so what's included in VM support, commanding, messaging, navigation, dialogue services, modularity, and dependency injection. That sounds... Well, yeah. I guess we can consider that included, even though we don't technically create the dependency injection. It does depend on it, for sure. For sure. And then we have the GitHub repo. Actually, I'm HTTPS. I just remember that. Okay. So example framework, patterns and practices, testable, maintainable, guidance, open source. Alan autofac. Oh, autofac. Yeah. And then, yeah, Dan says, we have a dependency on dependency injection. Heck, we have an entire abstraction layer around it. Yes, we do. So I probably should say that's technically included, right? It's included. So then, this is where I talk about Prism on GitHub. Then NuGet. Okay, this is where we need to make some changes. No. Yes. I don't remember. Whoops. I don't remember if Ninject is still supported or not officially. Officially, I don't know. Because we've made some changes around how we decide what container we're going to support, like officially support. And basically it comes down to, does it work across Xamarin Forms and WPF? If it does, and it achieves all the goals that we require out of or meets all the requirements of a DI container that we require, then yes, we can support it. Otherwise, we dropped it. So Dan says he's written some extensions to it for people who really want to use dependency injection to its fullest with a full abstraction around which container they're using. Alan, who the hell uses Unity anymore? Desktop developers, that's who. But we will go with... Actually, we haven't updated our docs either, have we? I don't think so. I don't think we've even updated our README file, have we? Well, we have Ninject on there, actually. We definitely have it up here. Yeah, I think this is a legit one. Yeah, more people than autofac, at least with Prism. That's true. Not a lot of people use Ninject, as you can see. We only have 75,000 downloads of Ninject. As opposed to something like WPF, something like Unity, where you have 828,000. And then, let me look at Dry IOC. Let's look at this one. 34,000. So yes, Unity by far is the most popular WPF Prism package. By far. Let's look for Xamarin Forms. Actually, I'm kind of curious on Xamarin Forms. 301,000 versus 559,000. So yes, Unity is still #1 when it comes to dependency injection containers for Prism. By the numbers. CI build number bumps. Yep. Okay, so WPF does have an inject, so let me put that back on there, actually. There we go. But I am going to... Whoops. Whoops. Come on, Brian. Learn how to use a keyboard. I'm going to put last. Okay, so then... Okay, we talk about the core packages for Prism, which is going to be prism.core and prism.wpf, and then the container-specific packages. I got to talk about Dry IOC, Unity, and Inject. And, by popular request, last Tuesday during the stream, someone recommended we use dry IOC for all the demos. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do all the demos are going to use dry IOC. And so this is going away because this is a WPF specific course that I'm creating. So no mention of Xamarin Forms and no mention of the Mac at all. Vermilion River, does Prism work for UWP? No, we do not support UWP anymore. Do not support it. We dropped it. Maybe this? Wait a minute. Wait, what the? Okay, maybe that's not the right slide deck. So Dan, technically with Xamarin Forms, yes, but there is no real demand for UWP, so we don't support native UWP. Dan, that said, if we have some companies that wanted to seriously sponsor the effort, we will consider adding Prism for UWP. And by sponsor, he means pay us. Yes, if a company wants to pay us, we will consider writing it. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to... I mean, I guess I could... I don't want to do it like that. This isn't bad, I guess. I don't like the color. But this is all they really have, isn't it? Okay, let's do, how do we fix the color? How do we color this thing? Vermilion River. So, majority of desktop developers are not moving on to UWP from WPF. No! No, actually, the usage numbers for UWP are pretty pathetic. Pretty pathetic, actually. I used to actually joke that most people using UWP were either Microsoft MVPs or were companies that were paid by Microsoft to write a UWP app. Vermilion River. I chose UWP over WPF for the added support of IoT, which I thought would be the go-to platform. Yeah. Yeah. And Alan says, Windows 10 X may improve that. Maybe. Dan, I feel at this point devs using UWP are switching to WPF. I know some companies that have been very disappointed in UWP and ditched it. Okay. How do you change? I need to learn how to freaking format background. Oh, here we go. That's a little better. But I want that bigger. I want this. I want that bigger, 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 bigger. Kind of like that big. That might be too big. Range. No, not a range. Where is my alignment? There's like a whole, there's supposed to be an alignment button up here. That looks about centered though. Actually, you know what we should do? We should get an updated picture. Let's do that. Let's update this picture. So Vermilion River, I'm using MVVM Lite for UWP, but the event messenger equivalent is not as nice as Prism's. Well, you can technically use the event aggregator and a UWP app, just so you know. You will just add the prism.core NuGet package. That's it. And then you'll get delegate command, composite command, and event aggregator out of that. So, oh wait, installed. Okay, actually, Let me go back to my slide deck. Search results. Okay, I need this to look real, so what I have to do is I have to uninstall it. I'm going to uninstall it, then I'm going to reinstall it, do the search, and make it look like that's what you need to do for real. For reals, though. Oh, come on. Okay, so let's open up Visual Studio again. So, Vermilion, what's your view on MVVM Lite? I've heard some people say it's dead. What do you think? You're actively using it. Do you think MVVM Lite is dead? It's somewhat okay with navigation. But do you have the impression that the framework's dead? Because I've heard that before, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the consensus among the community. What is this? Oh, okay. Maybe I should have done that. But I wanted the latest and greatest. Maybe I should do something else. Crap. How should I represent this? Like, I can't really resize this. I mean, I could try this here. Stop. What the heck is this? That works. What is this background there? Hold on. What is that background? That is very strange. See if we can get rid of that. That looks good enough. It's just for a slide. What the heck? There we go. And actually, let's move this down. There. I think that's better. What do you guys think? You think that looks good? I think that looks good. I think the color's better. I think that's better. Prism template pack. Okay, perfect. So let's run through this right quick. I fixed my HTTPS. And then we'll go pop, 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 pop. Okay. Yep. This is where I start talking about everything. It's open source. It's part of the .NET Foundation. Yada, yada, yada. What's included. I'll talk about all the great stuff that's included. blah, 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 blah. Then we talk about GitHub. Yep. On NuGet, the core packages, Prism.core, Prism.WPF. Then we talk about container-specific packages. Got it. And then I talk about the Prism template pack briefly. And then we show a demo how to install and do everything. Perfect. I will call that slide complete. And I better install this, actually. I have to install that. KR Jax, no dark theme, can't read. Actually, dark theme is horrible for presentations. You need a high contrast. The light theme is better for dark theme. I find it funny you don't even keep your own extension installed. Yes, I do, Dan. You weren't paying attention. I uninstalled it so I can get the screenshot of searching for it on the marketplace through Visual Studio. Then I reinstalled it. You just weren't paying attention. Okay, so back to Dropbox here. So intro slides. Yeah, Dan, that's a common scenario of me not paying attention. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna back up a little bit, and as you can see, there's a specific format that Pluralsight expects all your content to be in, right? So the M's stand for module. So what's gonna happen is when they take my proposal, right? They're gonna get my proposal. They're going to come up with an ID for the course. And I think the course already has an ID, but they might change it. So I'm going to be careful on what I name them. However, so you'll have the course ID. Whoops. Course ID dash the module. In this case, module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, module 5. You get the idea, right? And so for each module, you're going to have a slides. You're going to have questions. And you're going to have demos. Okay? So let's do this. Whoops. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come into here. I don't know what it's going to be yet. So for now, I'm going to just call it module 1. I'm going to go ahead and copy this in. Delete the slides. I'm going to rename this to just slides. And then I'm going to move this into module 1. Right? So now I have my slides. There's no demos and there's no questions. Okay. Now I should probably double check. They may have changed this since I last did a course. Creating templates, better slides, checking your slides. Okay. I'm not worried about that. Other workflows. I'm curious. What is this? Posting a... I don't know if they do the questions the same way anymore. Actually. I don't know what this is. Oh, no, I'm not creating a guide. I'm not creating a project or an assessment. Maybe we don't do this. Setting up audio, creating slides, recording, submitting modules for review, writing learning check. Oh, maybe this is it. Okay, I think...
Hello, Pluralsight authors. In this video, we're going to
Let me mute my music.
And how they can accurately measure the site courses that help measure a learner's knowledge and skills gained by learning checks to
Okay.
complexity of the content. If you're explaining, you want your audience to
Okay, how do I do it?
course content. Use the questions as a tool for
Write questions before course No, thank you.
learning goal, rather than just
Nope, because as you record, things change. Things change, and you can't always identify what questions you're going to ask. I actually record all my content first, and then I'll decide what I want to ask about.
Then application. These levels mean is the definition of
Okay, what do I do?
B, which of the
Okay.
in a scenario what is the next step to solve.
Got it.
What would you do?
How do I do it?
Most likely fill in the blank in situation problem.
How do I do it?
All 4 question or an incomplete sentence.
Oh, okay. Author's nest. That's what this is.
Information. Use simple sentence
Author's
structure
nest.
and use positive phrasing.
Okay, so I don't have to do this anymore. Before, check this out. Let's just pick one. What's this? Event aggregation. Is this the questions read me? Oh, I didn't do the questions yet. Oh, you can log into Author's Nest. Got it. But you used to actually have to write your questions in a text file. Maybe this course had it. Like, yes. See? I would have to do this. Like, what the question is, right? Some possible answers. You would asterisk the correct answer. Then you had to provide the actual clip that the answer was located in, right? So this took so much freaking time. It was ridiculously, like, just, a time suck. Like, this was I always say this for last because I hated to do it. Hated to do it. Ugh. Still gives me, I still cringe. But it looks like we have an easier way to do that. So I don't have to do that anymore. So let me go back to my module 1. And I'll put this in here. Right. Okay, so now I'm going to copy module 1. Call it module 2. I'm going to come in here. And I'm going to delete. I will delete these. See what I'm doing here? I'm setting myself up for success. Perfect. This slide will change. That will not be like that. This will be, for example, actually, I'm not even going to put anything there. Okay, so got that. Now I can copy and paste this and rename it, but I'm going to wait for my course proposal to come back before I do that. And let's do this. I'm going to call that my M template. What? What do you mean? Let me close this. Let me close everything. Okay, that's okay. What? Is this open in another window? No, it's not. Yes, detonated. I did send the proposal, actually. We did it on this stream because we made some modifications to the outline. We actually took the, man, I need my music. We actually took the navigation, right? Nope. Right here and split it out into 2. So we have navigating your application with region navigation and then getting more out of your navigation, which Alan helped with that. So, yes, that happened before you joined. So we finished the proposal and we sent it to Pluralsight. I emailed it to them. So all I have to do is wait for their feedback. But until then, I'm going to create the slides. Now, there is a possibility that they can come back with changes, and I'll have to modify my slides just a little bit. But I'm pretty confident they won't change too much. So the next step for us is we're going to create the slides, and then we'll create demos. Okay, so we'll be creating the demos together, and this should go relatively quickly because I'm going to leverage what I've already done here. Actually, I'm going to back up here. I'm going to leverage the slides that I've already done here. I'm going to leverage the slides that I've already created here. And so I'm hoping a lot of this is just going to be copy and paste. And then we can get to writing the demos. So, detonated, how long does it take for them to come back to you? I don't know. Actually, let me check my email. Kim actually said she got my proposal. And she's going to send it to her curricular managers right now, and she'll give me feedback, which is perfect. So hopefully by next week, honestly, I'm hoping by Tuesday, because I don't want to get too far into creating slides and demos for them to come back and say something needs to change, right? Because I want to just hit this. I need to get this thing done. KR Jax, can you upload demos to GitHub, or do they have to be exclusive to Pluralsight? So back in the day, they had to be exclusive to Pluralsight. However, I'm gonna be honest with you. These demos I write, they are most likely going to be taken directly from the existing samples here. Like all of these. Honestly, I'm probably going to copy and paste these suckers and just use these. Because they're already .NET Core 3, and they already show the topics that I want to show, like the concepts. So I'm hoping I can just copy and paste, maybe some little modifications, right? But this is what I'm hoping to use. Cross fingers, right? Ugh. That's what I'm hoping. Detonated. I hope that I can learn a lot from the process of creating the demos. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Because we're going to go through every single demo. And I have to create the before demo and the after demo. So I have to have both. And then I have to verify that the steps go through, right? I have to, like, write the demo out. So to make sure when I record it, everything goes smooth. I don't forget anything. So, yeah, we will be creating a lot of demos for sure. All right. Oh, Dan, did you just subscribe? What the heck? Dan just subscribed with Twitch Prime? How do you... Thank you, my friend. I don't even know what that means, but it's pretty cool. KR using my emote. That's my face. Detonated. That's lovely because I'm still pretty novice at WPF. And I want to learn all about it. Oh, yeah. We're going to learn so much for it. We are going to learn everything there is to know about Prism for WPF. You're basically going to see it firsthand. The only thing that won't happen is I probably won't record live. Though I haven't like completely dismissed that idea. Maybe I will record live, but I will do all the samples, all the slides, all the editing, video editing, the publishing, all that stuff we'll do live. But you know, I don't know if I'm going to record live or not. Maybe I will. Maybe you'll see my recording process because OBS has a recording mode that's separate. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about the recording then. Death Knight had to take a break as he was intruded. Oh, that no big deal. Death Knight. Yeah, Twitch schedule isn't very work friendly. Well, the good news is I do archive my streams on my YouTube channel. So if you miss it, you can always watch it on YouTube. So not a big deal, right? But this time works best for my work schedule. So, you know, I gotta go with that, you know. Dan, worst emote ever. That is the best emote ever. What are you talking about? So, Death Knight, to revive an earlier topic in the chat, I think being an MVP would be pretty cool. Like, I like MS product for the most part, but seems like too much work for my blood. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Like, they don't just give those out. Like I said, there's 3,000 MVPs worldwide, and every single one of them earned it. It's not something that they just hand out. And you can lose it quite easily. Heck, I might lose it next year because I haven't been doing a lot of traveling speaking this past year because I hate traveling. I needed a break. I'm hoping all my community efforts with Twitch and YouTube and Prism, because it has over 8 million downloads, you know, you would think that would help me out. I do blog still, but we'll see. We'll see if I'm still an MVP next year. But, you know, I've had it like 8 years, so I'm fine. Maybe I could be an MVP, IVP, Infragistics valuable player or something. If you're serious about that, let me know. If you're serious about wanting to become some type of MVP for Infragistics, email me. Here, actually. Yeah, if you're serious, email me. blagunas@infragistics.com. Let's talk. Because I do reserve... so I head up the dev relations portion at Infragistics. And so I can hook you up with licenses and software and all kinds of goodies if you really want to talk about our products and blog about our products and stuff. So let me know. Okay. All right, so let's go back. Where was I? Detonated. The only thing you'll be missing is something like an N. It almost adds to the I. Definitely. I'll use your alias, dan.siegel@infragistics.com. Oh my god. You know, if Dan did more than just Xamarin Forums, I could probably, he would probably be a Infragistics MVP, but he just loves his mobile too much. All right, let's get back to my slides, because I only have 10 minutes left. And so I think, let me review this one more time. I think my, nope, not that one. Oh yeah, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't copy this. That's what I was doing. Why couldn't I copy that? Oh, I can now. Interesting. Dan says he can't. He doesn't have any clients asking about desktop. That's true. If I did, I'd be all over it. Remember, I'm a consultant, aka tech hooker. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And it's amazing what you can get from Dan for just a case of beer. I'm just saying. He puts out some tech. Okay, so I think my module 1 is basically done. Module 1 is be very simple. We're just simply talking about introducing Prism. You know, what it is, what it's not really, how to find it, how to install it, and the Prism template pack that you can get from the website, from the Visual Studio Marketplace website, right? So there's no demos and there's no questions on this one. So that was an easy module. Much easier. Okay. Death Knight, you have too much class for that. Perhaps a tech escort. That is much better. A tech escort. He doesn't dress like an escort though. You need to up your wardrobe. Yeah, considering my prices, that's much more accurate. Yeah, you know what? I can't talk about how people dress. I mean, I'm wearing a burrito shirt. Like, yeah, I can't talk about how people dress, man. I'll wear some crazy shirts. Burrito. Oh, okay. Oh, I just noticed something. Oh, I don't like how that... Can I shrink this text at all? Because I don't like how that... Nope. Not gonna work. I don't like how that is broken off. Dang it. Oh well. Oh, and this has changed. Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm glad I saw that. I think it's /docs and it's S. Let me double check this. Yeah, /docs. Okay. Ooh, I'm glad I checked those links. Okay, so GitHub / that's accurate. That's accurate. Oh, this is not accurate anymore. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is must be a sponsor. If you want an invite to our private Slack channel with nearly 1,000 people, you have access to Dan and myself to answer any Prism questions. Become a GitHub sponsor. Let me show you real quick. Can I do it from here? Nope. So if you go to Prism Library, Prism. These little buttons up here, you can sponsor Dan or myself, right? So, for example, if you go to Dan and you want to sponsor Dan, he has some sponsorship levels, right? And for $5 a month, he'll give you access to a Slack channel. What do I do? Yep, I'm the same. So $5 a month, and you get access to a private Slack channel. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Shameless plug. Mine is oh, so Dan's saying his is easy to get to. Yep, he has a nice little link. Maybe you should create one for me too, Dan. Be a buddy, be a pal. Zam.dev/sponsor Brian. I'm just saying. That's what a real friend would do. Oh, wait a minute. I just edited the wrong freaking slide. Oh my gosh, I was doing the... Okay, well I can at least update these. So that's definitely that. Maybe I should throw that sponsored thing on there. I was actually editing the wrong slides. I was editing these older slides. Here. This might be nice to mention, though. Don't worry, Dan. When I record, I think I will actually mention the GitHub sponsorships and the support. Crap, that gave me something to think about. All right. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, Dan. My friend. Buddy old pal. Let's test it out. Zam.dev/sponsor Brian. Sweet. And then we have /sponsor Dan. Beautiful. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Okay. So I think module 1, we can consider module 1 done. Where's my module 1? Module 1 is done. We have double checked the slides. Slides look good. We don't have any demos. We don't have any questions. We'll save that. Module 1 is done. So module 2 is next. We need the slides, and we're going to need demos. Definitely demos. Okay. But that is my time for today. My wife is about to be home for lunch, and I never miss a lunch with my wife. So I'm going to have to call it a day. However, we actually got a module done. Well, the slides anyways. We got our proposal finished and split out. Thank you everyone for the help there. We submitted the proposal to Pluralsight for review. We did our first module slides. And then hopefully, I'm hoping by Tuesday, the next stream, I'm hoping that I have feedback on that proposal. If not, I'm going to continue on creating the slides for module 2, and we'll start creating demos for module 2 based on my slides. Let's see. I think that's all there is to that. KR Jax. Yeah, feedback is good. I like feedback. Hopefully, I'm hoping I don't have any feedback, honestly, because anytime we had feedback from Pluralsight, it means change something, which takes time. And it goes back and forth, and it just takes forever. And I have a lot of travel coming up. In March, I'm only home for like a week in March. So that's really going to put a damper on my progress. I'm going to be at the MVP Summit. Then I'm going to be at... Where am I going to be? MVP Summit. I got to look at my calendar. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. First, I have a Reveal tour. So I'm part of a Reveal BI Analytics tour. So I'm going to Houston on the 10th. On the 11th, I'm going to be in Austin. And on the 12th, I'm going to be in Dallas. That means I'm flying out on Monday. I'll come home on a Friday. I'll be gone all that week. Then the next week, I'll leave on Sunday. So I'll be home one day. I'll be home Saturday. Then I'm going to leave for the MVP Summit. and I'll come home from the MVP Summit on, I think, Friday morning. But then Friday evening, I have Boise Code Camp Speaker Dinner. That's an event I'm hosting. And I'm hosting Boise Code Camp on that Saturday. Then I'm home, and then I leave again for Salt Lake City for the NG Conf. Woo! That is going to be a busy week, or month, I should say. Busy month. Death Knight. Thanks for sharing, Brian. I'll watch the video later. Yes, I will be posting this video on my YouTube channel. So at any time, if anyone misses a stream about something I covered, and you were working or it was inconvenient, maybe it's dinner time for you if you're in a, maybe you're in Bulgaria, right? And you're having a late dinner. I don't know. Because I think it's about 9 o'clock over there right now. Right? Let me look at my clock. Because I actually have it on my clock. Yes, I was right. It's about 9 o'clock p.m. So if you were having a late dinner, right? And you missed it, I will be uploading all these to my YouTube channel. If you're not familiar with that, if this is by chance your first time catching the stream, it's youtube.com/Brian Lagunas. And I have a...
Hey everyone, today...
Nope. I have a playlist of all my Twitch streams back up right here. Death Knight. I need to be a professional Twitch watcher. Yeah. No kidding. That would be fun. Get paid just to watch Twitch streams. Okay. Well, I'm going to close all these windows down because I'm done with them. And I want to thank everyone for joining me today. What I'm going to do now is I want to find... Little inception here. I want to find someone to raid. We can raid Visual Studio, or we can raid CLW. You know what? Visual Studio has enough viewers. I don't know. What would you rather see? Would you rather go hop into Visual Studio, or would you rather jump into CLW? I mean, we can... let's take a look and see what they're actually... Let me mute this. Let's see what CLW is talking about. After this 14-second ad... Something about Twilio, right? Chatting new Twilio goodies. So maybe that? Okay, we got to vote for CLW. All right. All right, let's do it. Start raid. And so we're going to be ready to raid in about 7, 6, 5, 4. All right, everyone. I want to thank you all for joining me today. You could spend your time anywhere else doing anything else, but you choose to spend it with me, and I really appreciate you. Thank you for your support, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. And we're raiding!